Ashe and Grand Rising, a grand day to you all once again, my fellow humans. And welcome to this, number 15 in the series of another perspective on healthy living with your senior lifestyle advisor. Plus, yes, it is I, the mystic philosopher. I want to say thanks again to you, my those youngsters that are pricking the old boy's brain, I like it. Keep it coming. It helps keep me sharp, because if you don't use it, you lose it. So thanks for the young energy and the highly intelligent and thought-provoking discourses that we've been having. You know who you are, and, it's attracting more like you, and I love it. Thanks again. We'll talk. I'll mention you at the right time if you so desire me to do that. Anyhow, let's get back to this episode 15. So in episode 14, I talked a lot about abundant life and living in abundance, or living a life of abundance, etc. I also gave you some of my perspectives, some of my insights, and also my definitions of an abundant life, and particularly how I, the mystic philosopher, perceive living a life of abundance should be. I told you that from my perspective, an abundant life, and particularly living a life of abundance, means be and becoming all that we can become as natural, native, earthly humans on this side of reality. To express what I meant by becoming all that we can possibly be on this side of reality, I used the analogy of a tree. I told you that a tree will strive to become all that it can be. And the reason why it can, or the reason why it will become all that it can be, is because that is its inherent nature. It's because that it is its inherent characteristics. Programmed by source in its DNA is the potential and the instruction codes for it to become all that it can be. And before it completes its life cycle, meaning before it grow old and then max out or peaked out, withered and die, it can and it will become all that it can be if all its requirements and conditions are met. And the same is true for us, the natural native earthly humans. It is our inherent nature, meaning it is programmed in our DNA by our source and mother nature, for us to become all that we can be. And in our becoming, we can and we will become all that we can be if or when all the requirements and conditions are met. And from my perspective, the basic requirement and condition that must be met in order for us to become all that we can be, and thus live and experience life abundantly, aka an abundant life, is for us both as species, or as a species, as individuals, and our collective humanity, to get rid of bad mind. From my mystic philosopher's perspective, the enemy of abundant life is the curse of bad mind, and us having bad mind and living with bad mind. And no doubt by now, by watching and listening to all the previous episodes, you will understand and understand the fact that bad mind is a very dangerous thing. Bad mind equals sin, equal a curse, equal death. You will understand and understand that bad mind is a deadly health hazard. You will understand that bad mind people are people with bad mind, and especially those with what I, the mystic philosopher, call chronic bad mind, are grossly unhealthy people. They are grossly unhealthy people. They are both destructive and self-destructive, meaning they are destroying other people in every possible way that you can think of. They are destroying their immediate environment. They are destroying their extended environment, and by extension, they are destroying the entire world. And eventually, they will self-destruct, meaning they will destroy themselves. Their bad mind has programmed them to self-destruct. From my point of observation and contemplation, all the problems that we, the natural native earthly humans and the people of the world face in the past and is facing today in the present are the cause and effects of bad mind. And finally, for now, you too, my viewers and listeners, will have come to the understanding and understanding that bad mind is the enemy. Bad mind is the saboteur that is preventing us as individuals and our collective humanity on a whole from truly having and living an abundant life. Now, the truth be told, as one that was born and raised in the Caribbean, the Western world and Western Judeo-Christian society, and consequently, at a very young age and prior to my maturity as an adult and now a fully grown man and senior citizen, I might add, and my ability now to think independently, critically, analytically, and now philosophically I was taught, nurtured, and influenced by the Western Christian doctrines and principles. However, I must admit that some of the doctrines, if not most of those Christian doctrines that I was taught and influenced by, to a great degree, some of which I will shortly share with you, I must admit that I have outgrown them. But for the most part, the basic and fundamental principles and practices that are in alignment with the natural laws and principles of our mother nature, the natural laws and principles that resonate naturally with our natural activated common sense, the fundamental laws and principles that build and sustain good human character, good human ethical behavior, basic truths, respect for my fellow human lives, justice, wise judgment, liberty, morality, and honesty, etc. I must say that to my parents and my guardians and elders, to their credit, those virtuous fundamental principles still remain. My parents and elders, while using those principles to instruct me, to correct, to scold, to motivate and inspire me, would quote the Christian Holy Bible by saying, "Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." Unquote. That is taken from the book called Proverbs, and the 22nd chapter, verse 6. But again, my dear beloved people, I've run out of time for this segment, so please join me in part 16, where and when I will share with you a few examples of the Christian doctrines and beliefs that I now know that I have fully outgrown and no longer believe or accept as facts. And I will explain why. I will also continue proving my points and show and tell you more as to how you may know and how you can know a bad-minded person or a bad-mind person, aka a sick person, a sinful person, and how we may heal ourselves from the curse of bad mind. So again, I ask that you please stay tuned and join me then. In the meantime, I humbly ask, I get rid of this word. I ask that if at all you can, that you please support this series of short presentations titled Another Perspective on Healthy Living by simply purchasing your daily supply of lignans from the Norwegian Spruce Tree, also known as Fountain of Life. I ask that you purchase it from yours truly, the Mystic Philosopher, by clicking on the links provided in the description area below this video. And again, I promise I will be talking about lignans. And if at all you're not getting your right supply of lignans, your daily supply of lignans, then you're not functioning optimally. But more on that at another time. You may also purchase a digital copy of my song. You hear the instrumental playing right now in the background. Right? It is called Have You Heard of Fountain of Life? You can do that by clicking on the link in the description area. You can also listen to it. You can also share it with if you like it, and you can also share it with there's a link there you can purchase and share copies with friends and families, etc. Again, your kind support will be greatly appreciated. I have much more work to get done, and this is one of the strategies I'm using to get those work done before I get out of here. In the meantime and between time, in your becoming, my dear beloved people, I will that you be more and not less, aka bless, for I am the Mystic Philosopher. Ashe, 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 I say.